We have used our experience to classify the level of work into high, medium, and low effort. So let me show you some examples here. Okay, so first, our high effort. Our higher level of effort is really going to be when the data that you need to populate your forms, to populate them correctly, is not found in Workday. There are some various reasons for this. Could be that maybe your medical history was not loaded, or you have significant gaps. Maybe you went live with Workday last year and you weren't able to get that history information into Workday. This can be a high level of effort, but again, like Beth said about the EIB, you have that ability to download that information and then upload that information into Workday using the EIB. So if you don't have the history there to support the forms, you can put that information back into Workday using that EIB. Another reason why it might be a high level of effort is your benefits are handled by a third party, but they're not going to do the filing for you. And so you need to get that information into Workday so that you can do your filing out of Workday. Again, you can load that information back up using the EIB, but that is significant effort to review that information and get it back into Workday. Another reason why it might be a high level is that you have an acquisition during the year, and you're going to be responsible for doing the forms for that acquired population, but you don't have that information in Workday. So you obtain that information from their prior system, and then you load that into Workday. Next, for our medium level of effort. So our medium level of effort, if you have a lot of FEINs or ALE groups for your filing, because each entity has to be filed separately, that's going to be a little bit more effort than some other projects. So if you have, probably 4 or 5 or more FEINs or ALEs, that's going to be more effort than it will be for a smaller company. If you have benefit processing issues leading to some significant data updates, for some reason, not all of your information is there, that you had some system limitations of why the history information might not be in Workday for this current year, that's going to be a little bit more effort than some others. And finally, if you have a large COBRA or external population that you need to load into Workday, such as if you have a lot of retirees, for instance, or other external participants that you need to load their information into Workday, that's going to be some effort. And finally, for our lower level of effort, if you've used Workday in the past to do your filing, it's very easy to copy the information from the previous year and just put it in for the new tax year. If you've got your clean historical benefits data, so you've been live on Workday for a while, so your population is populating their changes and their hires and job changes and qualifying life events into Workday. And then also if you have 3 or fewer separate FEIN or ALE groups, again, your level of effort is going to be lower.